Emily. Hi Jane. Morning. Hey Ellen. Morning Karen. Hi Lisa. Hope you guys are having a lovely morning. We'll just give it a minute or so just to see if anybody else would like to join us. So make sure you've got some water. Also worth making sure you've got a cushion or something comfortable for you for when we're meditating, when we're doing the guided meditation at the end. So just make sure you're nice and comfortable. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit slow too. So I got my, wow, to be fair, I've only been having decaf since having a baby. I'm not back on the hard stuff yet. Still helps though. So yeah, just make sure you've got everything you need with you. And also it might be worth, because I don't have music playing, just because I'm just really mindful of the fact of you being able to hear me clearly as to what I'm saying, and also I don't have something extra like a laptop or iPad or something for me to be playing it off. But do put on some music if you guys have any. If you guys have something close by, maybe get some nice energizing music going, something that really resonates with you. That would be quite nice for you to have there ready for you. Right, we'll just give it one more minute and then we'll get going. So the first half of this class is going to be quite energizing. We're going to be doing some vinyasa flows, really creating that heat and energy within the body. We're going to be working on twists, different balancing postures, some hip opening positions. And then what we'll do is halfway through, we're then going to start to then cool off and slow down. So the end part of the class. Oh, bless your daughter. No, definitely can't see anybody. And I'm still trying to get used to this whole thing of talking to myself. Even though I know that you guys are there. It's, yeah, it takes time to get used to that. So what I was saying is first half, we're going to be energizing, creating lots of heat and energy, really challenging ourselves. And also if at any point you're finding it difficult or your transitioning is finding hard from one to the other, please don't get disheartened. This is all about us just pushing ourselves and pushing our practice. You know, even if you fall out of a posture, I might fall out, get yourself back in it. That's the mindset we want to have in our yoga practice all the time, is we're constantly not getting disheartened and we just keep going, keep going. Okay, so this is the lesson we have on and off our mat. And then the second half of the class, which is going to be deep hip opening postures, because our bodies will be warmed up and ready to be able to handle those deeper postures. And it'll be a lot slower and cooler, getting ourselves ready for a guided meditation. So make sure you've got your water, make sure you've got something comfortable to sit on come the end, because we're going to be meditating sat up today. But also, obviously, if you find it more comfortable, you can lie down. So we'll get going, just because I want to be mindful of the time. So if you guys want to get yourselves on your mat, we're going to start seated. So get yourself into the middle of your mat, facing towards the screen. And try and get yourself nice and comfortable. If you ever find it really uncomfortable sat down on the floor or sat on your mat, just use a block or, a pillow or a cushion or something, just to give you a little bit of a raise to feel a bit more comfortable. Also what that does is it allows the knees to relax lower down towards the floor, rolling the hips forward, lengthening up your spine, so it helps with your posture as well. Okay, so taking a moment here, palms up towards your ceiling, so hands on your knees, palms up, closing your eyes, giving yourselves an opportunity to bring that mind-body connection down to our mats. So really connecting with your breath, connecting with that inflow and outflow of your breath, allowing yourself an opportunity to leave all of your stresses and worries off your mat. And feeling the abdomen rise as you're inhaling. Try retain the breath for a second before you then slowly exhale, drawing the belly button in. So you feel that control within your breath, allowing it to be smooth and deep. And this is what we want to try and keep when we're practicing as well. When we get out of breath too much or we're holding our breath, it's teaching us just to slow down a little bit. So take as many breaks as you need to. Listen to your body. And always remember that this is your practice, your time for yourself. So be kind to the mind and the body. Okay, we're going to take 3 nice big deep breaths together to help calm the nervous system down before we get going. So take a big inhale through the nose, big exhale through the mouth. Really let it go. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Bring your hands onto your knees, roll the shoulders. So go in circles in one direction. Nice big circles going in the opposite direction. Drop your chin down to your chest now. Relax the shoulders, rolling them back. Chin down, roll the chin from one shoulder to the next. Try keep the chin close towards the chest and don't roll the head all the way back. It's just about trying to loosen up these muscles in between our shoulder blades, which very rarely get moved. Perfect. Come back to the center. Bring your chin up so it's parallel to the floor. Arms out either side of you now. We're going to go straight into some twists. So we're going to inhale, lift the hand straight up to the ceiling. As you exhale, we twist. Okay, so we'll start off with the left. I'm going to do the right just so we're just mirroring each other. So inhale, lift up. Exhale, twisting to the left. Hold for a few breaths. Use your arm on your knee as a lever to help bring you around a little bit more. Back hand is just resting, fingertips down. Okay, inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Holding for a few breaths. Nice steady breath. Okay, inhale, center. Exhale, leading with your chest, tilting at your hips, drawing the hands and the chest down towards the floor. Holding for a few breaths. So feeling this in your legs and your hips. Keep those hips rooting down. One more breath. Roll yourself up nice and slowly. Roll the shoulders again. And then we're just going to roll out the wrists because we just want to be mindful of being warming them up before we get into any flows, especially our vinyasa flows. We want to warm up those wrists. So just rolling your wrists in one direction and then give your hands and your arms a shake, a good shake, just to release all the energy, allow it to flow. And then we'll come onto the knees, turning sideways on your mat. So turn sideways onto the mat, come into your tabletop position. Always get in the habit of trying to figure out your alignment. All of our body shapes are completely different. So really get in the habit of body checking. Looking in between the legs. Legs are hip width apart, hands are below your shoulders, really spreading those fingertips apart, pushing the knuckles and the fingertips down, and try to be mindful of not hyperextending your elbows. Sometimes that naturally happens, so just make sure they're not locking forwards and you're facing towards each other. Okay, looking forwards, 3 breaths in cat-cow. Inhale, push the tummy down, tilting the tailbone up, holding and exaggerating for a second. Exhale, lead with your tailbone, pushing the back up to the ceiling, head comes in between the shoulders. Inhale down, hold, exhale. Inhale down, exhale. Really exaggerate each stretch. Last one, inhale down, exhale. Okay, inhale as you come neutral now, and I want you to just be a bit more fluid with it, just to really embrace the movement with your body and push the tummy down and go round in circles. So you're going in circles in one direction, It's just a different way, still like your cat-cow, but you're just moving your shoulders and moving the body a bit more, trying to feel comfortable within the movement of your body. See what feels nice. Okay, come back to the center into a neutral position now. We're going to extend the left leg back behind you. That's my right, sorry. Left leg back behind you. Pointing, bringing your right arm out, so it's the opposite hand to leg. Looking forwards, take an inhale here. As you exhale, draw the knee and the elbow towards your chest. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, drawing it in. Breathing into your core. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, inhale as you lengthen now. Flex your foot, hold for a few breaths. One more breath. Okay, gently release down and then swapping sides. Right leg back behind, left hand lifts, so opposite hand to leg. Take an inhale. Exhale, knee and elbow towards the body. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee and elbow draws in. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, inhale as you lengthen. Flex the foot now, so you're really pushing the heel back, activating the leg. Hold for a few breaths. One more breath. Gently lower yourself down. And then we're going to go up into our first downward dog. So tuck your toes under. Push hard into your hands. Keep the legs bent first of all. So you're pushing the head, pushing hard into your arms so your head can come in between the shoulders. Relax the neck. Gaze in between the legs. Feel your tummy drawing towards the top of your thighs. So we're always working on lengthening the spine before we do anything with the legs. Okay, then whenever you're ready, pedaling those legs out. One heel down at a time. Big inhales and exhales. Okay, we're going to roll. We're going to add a bit of fluidity into this now. So inhale, roll yourself forward as if you're going into a plank, and then exhale, push back into your downward dog. Inhale, floating forwards. Exhale, back. Last one. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, back into downward dog. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, drop to your knees and go into your puppy pose. So keep your hips above your knees, lengthen the arms down your mat, forehead drops down. Trying to allow the chest to draw down, feeling this in your shoulders and in your upper back. Tilting those hips up towards the ceiling. Keep that breath steady. So still feel active in your arms, so you're feeling this in the shoulders and in the upper back. One more breath. And then we're going to go into a twist from here. So lift up the head, put the weight into your left hand, bring the right arm, underneath so the shoulder can drop down, right ear's coming down, you're looking to the left side. And then you can always bring this left hand close towards your head to help allow yourself to twist a little bit deeper. Twists are a really great way for us to detoxify our bodies. Also, we've just entered into the new lunar cycle, so this is a great time for us to start with a clean slate, releasing any toxins that we store within the body. Okay, so from here, lifting up the hand up towards the ceiling if you can. So left hand staying up, you're staying in your twist, and then see if you can draw it behind your back to help twist you a little bit deeper. One more breath. Okay, hand back up towards the ceiling, lowering it down. Use it to help bring you up nice and gently to transition to the opposite side. So right arm stays down, keeping those hips stacking over the knees. Left arm threads through, palm facing up, shoulder down, ear towards the floor, and then bringing this hand closer towards the body to help twist you a little bit deeper. Breathing into it. One more breath. And then see if you can bring the hand up towards the ceiling and wrapping it around, maybe touching the left thigh if you can. Don't worry if that's too difficult, just bring yourself back into your puppy pose. Okay, just gently release, arm coming up. Use the hand to bring you up nice and gently, back into your tabletop, getting ready to do 3 more cat-cows. So looking forwards, inhale down. Exhale. Going into your cat pose. leading with the tailbone. Inhale down. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, inhale, come to neutral. Exhale, downward dog. Pedaling those legs out now. Okay, we're going to come to the front of our mat to get ready for our sun salutation. So inhale, walking forwards nice and slowly first of all, lifting your wrists up as you walk the feet forward straight into a forward fold. So bending the knees as deep as you need to so your tummy's resting on the top of your thighs, hands coming to the opposite elbows. Just gently swinging yourself side to side, waking up the backs of the legs, also helping to open up the hips, opening the glutes. Come back to the center, keep your hands on your elbows, really gently just nod your head yes, and then no, just to release a bit of tension in the neck, but be gentle. Okay, hands in front of your feet now, we're going to do a hamstring stretch. So you're going to keep your right hand down, lift up the heel so the leg is bent. Try and draw this left leg back, but only do it to where you're feeling this in the hamstring. And then lifting up the left hand up towards the ceiling. So we're trying to stack the shoulders above one another. Breathing into it. Nice steady breath. Gently lowering down and swapping sides now. So left hand is just in front of the foot, lifting up the heel, bending the leg, trying to straighten the right leg as best as you can. Right hand is lifting, twisting over to the right side. Breathing into it. One more breath. Gently lowering down and then rolling yourself up one vertebra at a time up into your mountain. Nice and controlled as you roll yourself up. Once you're standing, interlink the fingers behind your back, shoulder blades coming towards each other, expanding the chest, gaze forwards. Breathing into those shoulders, drawing the hands down towards the floor. Okay, gently release, shake your arms out, and we're going to go into our sun salutation A. We're going to do 3 rounds, going nice and fast. We're creating that heat, warming up the front and the back part of your body. If at any point you're finding it hard, doing the one breath, one movement, just keep your breath steady, okay? That's the most important thing. You don't want to hold your breath in any posture. Okay, so staying towards the front, arms out either side, relaxing that tailbone, belly buttons drawing in. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees as you go down through the heart center. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, back into plank. As you exhale now, lean forwards, lower your knees and then your chest, hugging the elbows in. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale to the front. One foot then the other. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, down. Inhale up to standing. Exhale, heart center. Bit faster now. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plank. As you exhale now, step back into your plank. Lean forwards, lower your knees and then your chest, or go down through your chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale to the front, going straight into your flat back. Exhale, down. Inhale up to standing. Exhale, heart center. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. As you exhale now, step back and lower yourself down through baby chaturanga or hugging the elbows in down through chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale to the front, going straight into your flat back. Exhale, down. Inhale up to standing. Guys, sorry, just pause then for a second. Grab some water. Okay, so we're going to go into a standing flow sequence now. We're going to include some twists, balancing postures, standing postures, challenging ourselves. Okay, so work with the limits of your body, okay? Take a break whenever you need to. Make sure your breath is steady. That's the most important thing. Okay, so we're staying towards the front of our mat first of all. We're going to bring ourselves down. We're going to start off in downward dogs. We'll go through our vinyasa to step back. Okay, so arms out either side. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, down. Inhale, back into your plank. I want you to hold for 3 breaths. So inhale. Exhale, feel strong. Inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale. Pushing back into your downward dog. So send the hips up. Walk the feet forwards if you need to. Pedaling those legs out. Get your breath ready. So take a breath in your own time. And we're going to start off with the right side. Okay, so inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, stretch it back up. Exhale, try and draw the knee up towards the chest nice and slowly. Step the foot forwards, drop down into your low lunge. Untuck the back toes. Okay, so staying here, we're going to keep the left hand down, go into a twist. So inhale, lifting up the right hand, twisting yourself, maybe open out that right knee a little bit deeper, lifting the foot up. Keep your breath steady. One more breath. Come back to the center. Take an inhale here, leaning forwards. As you exhale, go into your half split to stretch the hamstring. So leaning back, use your hands to support you. Take a breath. Okay, inhale, coming forwards now. Putting the weight into this front foot, we're going to go up into a high lunge, but we're going to do the twist first of all. So tuck your back toe under, lifting up the leg. You might need to draw the leg in a bit closer. Make sure you're lifting the knee up, pushing the heel back. Feel strong in that left leg. Inhale, lifting up the right hand again. So you're twisting to the right. Breathing into it. Make sure that front knee's over the ankle. Okay, come to the center now, and we're going to drop the heel down and go into an extended side angle with the hand down. So draw your left heel down so the foot comes flat to the floor. Bring your right hand onto the inside of the leg, and then lifting up, doing your extended side angle. You can always bring your arm onto your thigh if that feels more comfortable. Okay, breathing into it. Inhale, lift up into warrior 2. Exhale, hold. Gazing forwards, breathing into it. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, coming to the center now into your goddess pose. So draw the heels inwards, bending the knees, and we're going to go into eagle arm. So drawing right arm over left, breathing into it. Nice steady breath. One more breath. Inhale, draw the arms down to the knees. As you exhale, draw one shoulder down and then the other. Twisting out the spine. Perfect. Inhale, draw the arms back up. Straightening your legs. And we're going to twist ourselves to the front now. Okay, so we're going to go back into a high lunge. Twist yourself round, keeping the arms up into your high lunge position. Breathing into it. Okay, this is where we're going to add a balancing posture now to go into our standing figure 4 pose, okay? So you can always watch me if you want to first and then go into it, or see if you can go with my guidance. Okay, so hands come down through your heart center. Take an inhale as you draw this left knee up towards your chest, rooting down through this right foot. Inhale, drawing it up, knee towards the chest, flexing the foot, and then almost going into a chair pose. This is where the balance is being tested. And then drawing the arms out in front of you if you can. Okay, breathing into it. One more breath. Inhale as you stand up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, down, stepping back into your plank. Holding for 3 breaths again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. exhale. Take an inhale, exhale back to your downward dog, pedaling those legs out. I'm just going to turn the other way and we're going to repeat on the left side now. Okay, so pedaling those legs out, inhale, left leg lifts, exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, stretch up, exhale, draw the knee up towards the chest, step the foot forwards, drop down into your low lunge. Okay, make sure this front knee's over the ankle, allow the hips to sink forwards, feeling this in the quad and the hip flexor, chest is forwards, and we're going into our twist. Right hand stays down, inhale, lifting up the left hand. You can always open out the knee a little bit deeper if you want to. Breathing into it. Okay, coming back to the center, bringing yourself back into your half split now. So sending the hips back, use your hands to support you, breathing into this left hamstring. Nice inhales and exhales. One more breath. Come back forwards, going up into high lunge and straight into our twist. So tuck the back toe under, lift the knee up, rooting down through this right hand. Inhale, twisting to the left again. Breathing into it. One more breath. Now transitioning to our extended side angle. Drop the back heel down, left hand comes on the inside of the leg, lifting up the right hand up towards the ceiling. Come up onto the thigh if that's too much. Breathing into it. Nice steady breath. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, hold. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Coming into goddess, drawing the heels inwards. Left hand over right now. Eagle arms. Holding your goddess. Breathing into it. Hugging that tailbone in. One more breath. Hands down to your knees, draw one shoulder down, then the other. Bringing yourself back into your high lunge, twisting yourself round, inhale the arms up. Exhale, hold. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, going into our standing figure four posture. So hands come down through your heart center, root down through this left foot. Draw the right knee up towards your chest, flexing the foot, drawing the foot just above the knee, and then drawing the arms out as best as you can. Don't worry if you fall, breathe into it. Inhale up to standing, exhale, forward fold. Take a couple of breaths here, hugging your legs. Nice steady breath. Okay, so we're going to go into our deep hip openers now. Okay, so we're going to start off working our way to downward dog so we can go into our pigeon pose. Okay, so inhale, flat back, look forwards. Exhale, down. Inhale, back into plank. We'll go through the full vinyasa, lean forwards, exhale, lower knees and then chest. Hugging it in. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Tuck the toes under, send the hips up. Okay, so first of all, we're going to go into our lizard. So we can open the hip a bit more and then go into our pigeon pose. So we'll start off with the right side. Inhale as the leg lifts. As you exhale now, draw the knee towards the chest, but step the foot on the outer part of your right hand. So stepping it out nice and wide. Drag your leg up if you need to. Don't ever be afraid to do that. Heel comes in, toes out slightly. So we're in a high lizard pose and we're trying to draw this knee out to the side. Use your hands to support you, come onto the fingertips, breathing into it. Make sure that back leg is nice and active. Couple more breaths. Drop the knee down, staying in your lizard now. And then going from lizard into pigeon, okay? So drawing your hips back slightly so you can bring this right foot towards the left hip. You can heel toe it out to the side. Draw the knee down. So your knee's coming to the right edge of your mat. Your right foot is towards your left hip. Try and allow the hips to sink evenly. So if you're collapsing to one side, use your hands to support you to bring you more into a central position so you lower down symmetrically. Left leg straight back behind you. And then if you feel comfortable to lower to the forearms, have your palms up so your energy is rising. Take 5 big deep breaths, or longer if you can, okay? Really trying to hold for at least a minute in this posture. We're really nice and warmed up. We've been firing up our legs. So really embracing this pose. Nice big deep breaths. One more breath. And then lift yourself up really nice and gently. Bring your hands either side of your body. Hug your elbows in and try and draw the chest forwards. So you're feeling this in your back as well. Gaze straight ahead. Breathing into it. One more breath. Okay, hands back in front of you. Go straight back into your downward dog. So tuck your left toes under. Push hard into your hands. Step back to downward dog. Pedal those legs out. And then we're going to repeat on the opposite side. Okay, so inhale, left leg lifts. As you exhale, draw the knee to the nose. Inhale, draw it back up. As you exhale now, draw the knee to the chest and then step the foot out to the left edge of your mat. So you're going straight into a high lizard posture. Okay, so your heels in, toes out. Make sure this back leg is nice and active, heel pushing back. Use your hands to support you. Try and opening out that left hip. Use your breath. One more breath. Staying in lizard, just drop the knee down, untuck the toes. Maybe you want to come down a bit lower. Breathing into it. One more breath. Okay, now going into your pigeon pose. So half pigeon, heel toe your foot to your right hip, left foot to right hip. Your left knee's coming out to the edge of your mat. Make sure your hips are coming down symmetrically, so you might be collapsing to one side. Be mindful of that. Right leg straight back behind you, and then whenever you feel ready to, drop to your forearms and try and hold for a minute, okay? Breathing into it. Don't be concerned about the time, just be really connected with your breath. Big inhales and big exhales. The breath is what both energizes ourselves but also relaxes. So really use the power of your breath, that life force energy, to allow our bodies to open, relax the muscles, and truly connect with ourselves. One more nice big deep breath. Lift yourself up nice and slowly now, and then hugging the elbows in, holding for a few breaths. So really hug the elbows in, roll the shoulders back, gaze straight forwards. So you're feeling this in your back, breathing into it. One more breath. And then back to your downward dog. So tuck your toes under, lifting yourself up, back into your downward dog, pedaling those legs out. Okay, we're going to come to a wide leg forward fold, wide leg forward fold, sorry. So what you're going to do is you're going to step out your feet wider than your mat. Don't worry if it's not on your mat. This is also just the mat's only kind of there for reference anyway. So have your legs a bit wider, and then I want you to bring your hands so they're just underneath your head. We're going to go into a twist here. So you can always bring your feet out wider if you need to, see what feels comfortable for you. And then your right hand's coming towards the center, and we're twisting ourselves up to the left side. So trying to stack your shoulders, using your breath. If you want to, you can always bring this left hand down the back to twist a little bit deeper, so tapping on your right thigh. One more breath. Inhale the arm up, Exhale back down, and then your left hand is coming to the center now, so it's straight down, gazing straight down in the middle of your mat, and then right hand is coming up with twisting to the right. Breathing into it. Bring this right hand down your back and tap onto the left thigh if you want to. See how it feels, breathing into it. Okay, inhale up. Exhale back to the center, and we're going to go into our yogi squat now. So just bring your feet inward slightly. So you're bending your knees, heels coming in, toes out, and then gently lowering the hips down. So you might need to adjust your feet once you're down. Elbows onto the inside parts of your thighs, and use your pelvic floor muscles to lift yourself up. So don't collapse, lowering down, rounding your back. Make sure you're lifting up, feeling strong in this posture. Breathing into it. Nice steady breath, feel strong in those hips. One more nice big deep breath. And then bring your hands back behind you. Help yourself sit down nice and slowly and extending the legs straight out in front of you. So I'm just going to face you so you can see what I'm doing, but keep yourself in that way so your legs are straight down your mat. Lifting yourself up nice and tall. Make sure you're sat on your sitting bones. So you're sat up nice and tall. And then what we're going to do is draw the right knee in towards you. Give yourself a squeeze for a second. And then step the foot over. So it's on the outer part of this left leg, sorry. Foot facing forward, so flat to the mat, knee pointing up. And then what you're going to do, if you feel comfortable to, is lean over to the left so you can bring this right leg back behind you. Okay, so we've got the left foot near the right hip, both hips sitting bones are down, and then my right foot is flat to the floor, knee pointing up. Okay, so we're going to twist over to the right side. So wrapping your left arm around this right leg, or you can just hold it with your knee, wrapping it round, and then left hand straight back behind you, gazing back, breathing into it. Keep the breath steady. One more breath. Okay, then come back to the front. Trying to go in, stacking your knees above one another now. So bring your right foot towards your left hip. Use your hands to help you. So we're going to go into our seated cow face pose. So stacking the knees above one another, make sure both your sitting bones are down. Inhale the arms up. Right hand is now dropping in between the shoulder blades, left hand onto the elbow, gazing straight forwards. See how that feels, and you can try and bring this left hand down and up the back to try and draw towards the opposite hand. So trying to hold the hands together. Don't worry if they don't reach, you can just, all you're trying to do is work on lowering this left shoulder, lifting up the right elbow, but keep the gaze forward, so you don't want to be kind of falling the head forwards. Breathe into it. Really breathing into those hips. One more breath. Okay, gently releasing. And then we're going to cradle this leg. So you're going to grab hold of your left foot, drawing it towards your body. So you can always wrap the arm around the leg. See how it feels. It might be a bit too intense, so just holding onto the foot. And then drawing the shin up towards your chest and just gently rocking side to side. Giving your leg a nice hug. And then extending the legs straight down in front. Releasing the other leg. Give your legs a nice bounce. And then we'll swap sides. So left knee hugging in, nice and close towards you, stepping the foot over now. Having the knee up towards the ceiling. And then make sure, just take your time, stay there if your leg's more comfortable straight, okay? Leaning to the right if you want to try it, and then bringing the left foot over, right foot over to left hip. Make sure this knee's up towards the ceiling, foot flat to the floor, and both your hip sitting bones are pressing down, okay? Wrapping, doing our twist first. So wrapping the right arm over the left, twisting to the left side. Our half Lord of the Fishes pose. Breathing into it. Nice steady breath. One more breath. And gently coming back round to the front, trying to stack the knees above one another now, so bringing this left foot towards the right hip. Use your hands to help you get into the posture. And don't worry, my foot's quite away from my hip still. I'm still trying to work on opening this left hip. So drawing the hands up, left hand comes in between the shoulder blades now. Right hand onto the elbow, gazing forwards, breathing into it. Feeling this in your shoulders as well. Nice steady breath. Stay there if that's comfortable, or try see if you can bring the right hand up towards the left hand, trying to grab hold of it. Keep this right shoulder drawing down, left elbow drawing up. Breathing into it. One more breath. Gently release. Cradling the leg now, so grabbing hold of the foot, drawing it up towards you, rocking side to side, just loosening out that hip. Breathing into it. Okay, then from here, draw both the soles of the feet in towards each other. So going into your butterfly pose. So the feet are quite close in towards your body, lifting yourself up nice and tall, and bounce those knees up and down. Maybe close your eyes. Just embrace this for a few breaths. Really trying to allow all of that energy within the hips to move and release. We tend to store a lot of our emotions here. A lot of negative energy gets stuck there, so it's really important we're constantly releasing that. And this is also a great time for us to be doing that as we're entering into a new cycle, a new beginning. Okay, and then just staying there, relaxing the legs. We're going to go into a bound angle pose. So you can draw the feet a little bit more forward if that feels comfortable, to create a bit of a diamond shape in your legs. Inhale as you lift the chest up nice and tall. Exhale, leading with your chest, maybe dropping the elbows down onto the thighs. You can always interlink the fingers around the toes. See how low you can go to where's comfortable with your body, okay? It's about working within the comforts of your body. Listen to how it feels. Breathing into it. Nice steady breath. One more breath. Lift yourself up nice and slowly now. And then what we're going to do is you're going to keep your right foot closer towards you, extend the left leg out, and then draw this foot into the inner thigh. So be mindful of your legs coming out symmetrically. You don't want to be coming off on an angle, so make sure the legs are coming out symmetrically. Your left heel is pressing down, toes up, and we're going to twist over to the right side. So we're going to bring your left hand onto the inside part of your leg, and then maybe just slide it down as far as you can. Don't worry if you can't touch your foot, but if you can, maybe lean forwards, grab the foot, and then with your right hand, wrapping it around your body, maybe tapping on this left thigh if you can. And don't worry if you're up here, just wrapping it around the body. That's absolutely fine. Drawing this right shoulder back, looking up towards the ceiling, back behind you. Keep that chest nice and open, breathing into it. Nice steady breath. Feeling our heart rate cooling down, slowing down. Feeling a bit cooler, getting ourselves prepared for a nice long guided meditation. Okay, so from here, we're going to bring the arm out and see if we can bend over. This really stretches out the lumbar spine, so the lower part of your back. Really great stretch to do daily. So what you're going to do is drop the forearm down onto the shin and then see if you can lift the arm up towards the ceiling. So you're feeling the stretch up the side of your body and in your lower back. Okay, if you feel comfortable to, maybe see how low you can go, but don't collapse yourself forwards. If you feel that your chest is going forwards, bring yourself up. Okay, it's more important that you're not going too far forwards. One more breath. Bring yourself up nice and slowly now, and then we'll swap sides. So extending the right leg out, left foot in towards the inner thigh. Make sure this heel's pressing down, toes up, and then we'll go into our twist first of all. So bringing the hand onto the inside part of the leg, sliding it down. See if you can grab hold of the foot. Don't worry if you can't, just rest it on the leg. Wrapping the left arm around your back, maybe tapping onto the thigh if you can. Drawing the shoulder, left shoulder back behind you, gazing up towards the ceiling, breathing into it. So we're doing a nice combination of open and closed twists throughout the class, making sure we're opening up the hips, opening up the muscles on the thigh to help allow those hips to open up a little bit more. Okay, then staying here, maybe drop the forearm down to the shin and then lifting up the hand up towards the ceiling. So we're stretching out the side of the body, breathing into it. Go to as low as comfortable for your body. Breathing into it, keep that chest open. One more breath. Inhale as you come up now. And then we're going to extend both legs out, drawing them down. Okay, so make sure both your hips are pressing down, your knees pressing down, heels pressing down. And then we're just going to gently rock ourselves forwards and backwards just to help really stretch the inner thighs and the groin area. We'll feel this behind the back of the knees as well, but be gentle, okay? This is where you can really pull yourself and hurt yourself, so be really kind and just rock backwards and forwards, breathing into it. And then go to where's comfortable, where you're feeling a pull. Stay there, so it's not overstretching, you're just feeling a stretch, and then breathe into it, let your head relax down. One more breath. Come up nice and slowly, and then draw the legs in towards each other, lift your knees up and rub the backs of the legs nice and up. We're just going to do our last few stretches lying down, last few hip openers and twists, and then we'll go into a guided meditation. So just lying yourself down nice and comfortably, straight away drawing your knees up towards your chest, giving yourself a nice big squeeze, maybe rock side to side, just massage the lower back, release any tension that we might have stored up. Nice and gentle. And then coming back to the center, keep the knees hugging in towards your chest now. We're going to go into a supine twist. So drawing your arms up shoulder width height. If you don't have enough room, just bring your arms like cactus arms. And then double check, make sure the elbows are in line with the shoulders. Keep the knees close in towards your chest. Shoulders rooting down, and then slowly lower both the knees over to the left. Keep the legs squeezing in together, and the legs don't have to go all the way to the floor. Okay, for me this is quite an intense position on because I'm still trying to build the strength back up in my spine. So go to listen to how it feels. Keep the gaze up towards the ceiling, or you can always look to the right and go into a full twist, but see how that feels. It might be a bit too much. You might want to keep the gaze up. Breathing into it. Rooting those shoulders down. One more breath. Gently coming back to the center. And then take your time. You might need to adjust yourself and then slowly lower to the right side. So take your time, rooting the shoulders down again, slowly lowering to the right. Gaze up towards the ceiling to begin with. And then if you feel comfortable to looking over in the opposite direction. Nice steady breath. Couple more breaths. Okay, gently coming back to the center. Giving yourself a squeeze again, maybe rock side to side. And then we're going to finish off in our baby pose. So drawing the feet flat up towards the ceiling. And this is where, depending on how open the backs of the legs are, you're going to draw the knees either side of your body. And you can start off with the hands behind your knees and then slide the hands up towards as far as you can. So maybe you're holding onto your ankles, or if you're holding onto your feet, just make sure the elbows are on the inside of your knees, and then your feet are flat up towards the ceiling. And what we're trying to do is stack the ankles over your knees and using the strength of our arms and our hands to draw the knees down either side so we get more of a deeper opening. But make sure you're pressing that tailbone down, relaxing your shoulders, maybe draw the chin towards your chest a little bit so you're not putting any strain on the top vertebrae. Breathe into any tightness that you're feeling. Big inhales, big exhales. Maybe you can practice your ujjayi breath, so that's a heated breath, restricting the breath in the throat, so inhaling and exhaling through your nose, creating that sound in your throat. Really helps to relax the muscles. Okay, one more breath. And then finishing off in our reclined bound angle. So soles of the feet come towards each other. Let them touch for a second. And then slowly lower the feet down. Bring your hands to your hips as your feet lower down, keeping them touching, knees separating either side. Resting your hands on your hips, closing your eyes, and we're just going to take a couple of breaths so we can really prepare ourselves before we go into our guided meditation. Really just focusing on letting go. Imagining any negative energy that's within your hips where your hands are is being released. We've let all of that go. Show your body some kindness and some love. Even if your mind might think that, just really embrace it and trust that that love resides within you. One more nice big deep breath. And then slowly draw the legs up towards each other. Roll to your side nice and slowly, and then bring yourself up to get ready for your guided meditation. If you ever find it really uncomfortable sitting when you're meditating, just stay lying down, stay as you are. It's more important you're comfortable. Maybe you just want to grab some water quickly. Make sure you're nice and comfortable. Okay, so if you have your cushion or something for you to sit on, grab hold of that. Get yourself nice and ready. So taking your time, if you're sitting on a cushion, just make sure you're sat towards the front of it so you can really allow the hips to roll forwards. It helps to lower your knees down a little bit more, and then it lengthens up your spine, so it really helps with your posture. So take your time to get nice and comfortable. Let your hands rest on your lap if you're seated, so your left hand over your right, palms facing up, and then let your thumbs touch really gently. So they don't have to be pushing, just gently resting against one another. Okay, so get yourself nice and comfortable. If you're lying down, just have your legs a little bit wider than your hips, relaxing your feet, opening out either side, palms facing up away from the body. Okay, straight away, once you're comfortable, close your eyes. Bring yourself back to your breath. The mind constantly wanders, both on and off our mats. And that's completely normal. What we try to do, especially when we're meditating, which is why it's such an important part of our practice, is we're just trying to figure out and learn the art of letting go. Understanding that these thoughts aren't who we are, that is just a part of our conditioning. And we can know and trust that we can just let that go. So we can allow ourselves to really be connected with our true selves, our higher self, knowing that we are pure love, we are connected with the wisdom of the universal consciousness, with the divine, and also connected with the wisdom of Mother Earth. So maybe take an opportunity to visualize roots coming from the base of your spine, connecting with Mother Earth, connecting with her wisdom, and then imagining a beam of light is shining from the universe down into your body, connecting with the divine and with your higher self. Keep that breath steady as I guide you through this meditation. Be mindful if you're holding on to any tension anywhere, so maybe you can take these first few minutes just to body scan, starting from the crown of your head, working your way down your body, Making sure you're not frowning or clenching your jaw. Relaxing your tongue, relaxing deep behind the eyes. Your neck is relaxed, you're rolling the shoulders back and down, drawing them away from the ears. Connecting with that rise and fall. Feeling the abdomen rise as you're inhaling, drawing the belly button in as you exhale. So allow that steadiness of your breath to quieten the mind, relax the body, and bring you into the present moment. Make sure your legs are nice and relaxed as best as they can. Maybe you can just let go a little bit more. And this is what we're trying to achieve in our yoga practice. We're trying to achieve that presence where we're trying to always be present in the moment, not allowing our past to affect us or our future to concern us. We are just here and now. Breathing in love, breathing out love, being kind towards ourselves and being kind towards others. Trying to find contentment in our day-to-day lives and trying to learn to understand ourselves a little bit better. And you should know and entrust that you are doing your best. Such a magical thing for us to be together, meditating, flowing together, showing ourselves this self-care, self-love. So then when we step off our mat, we can bring that love to all of those around us. Your body is processing all the benefits of these positions you've been doing, all these detoxifying poses with twists, and releasing any negative stagnant energy with the deep hip openers. So allow your body to process that. And don't let anything disturb your peace. I'm going to have a minute of silence before I gently guide you back. Keep your breath nice and steady. Let your thoughts float by one after another. Have no judgment. You are simply the observer. You are aware, present, and connected. So whenever you're ready, just slowly start to bring yourselves back into this space. Nice and slowly. We're going to take 3 nice big deep breaths. So just gently blink the eyes open. Take a nice big inhale through the nose. Big exhale, let it go. Inhale. Exhale. Gently bring the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale through your heart center. Namaste. Thank you very much. We've got 10 seconds. Oh no, wait, 15 seconds. So I just wanted to say thank you very much. I want to make sure we actually don't get cut off this time. So thank you so much for joining me. Have a blessed day, everybody. Enjoy this weather and see you next Saturday.